Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Yesterday was the 8th of November, Sunday meeting, and what they was talking about at their meeting at the Watchtower study was the blood. Was they talking about the blood itself? They was mostly talking about the blood fraction. And it was talking about if you don't understand the blood fraction, they don't want you to call the headquarters to find out what I try to find out, the percentage of the blood, and are you allowed to take blood fractions or not? The guy wouldn't give me an answer. He said it's up to your conscience to take blood fractions, but you're not allowed to take the whole blood. So on this Watchtower study, it says do research. So I said this morning, okay, I'm going to do research and I'm going to use my common sense, because at my job, my common sense got me more trouble than my brain. So I'm going to use my common sense to destroy Watchtower's teaching about the red blood cells, because what they're saying, the red blood cells is what the main ingredient that you're not allowed to have. You're not allowed to have. Because the rest of it, if you break it down, you have 90% water, which, you know, basically that's what you get when you're drinking water. And you got your platelets between 250 to 400,000. White blood cells between 5 to 9,000. Now, your red blood cells between 4.2 to 6.2 million. Now, also that's probably depends how big you are too. So that probably will be stretching your veins and all that. So that means you probably would have a little bit more blood. So remember this right here, okay? That's very important, Jehovah Witnesses. Watchtower said we're not allowed to have blood. What's in blood? It's the red blood cells. Now, if you take, they say you take half of that. So that'd be, oh, let's play around. Say 2.1 million or 3.1 million. Now, I'm going to tell you a little secret. If you cut the blood cells down to the millions, and how in the heck you going to have them count these little guys to know how many millions you can have? Go for it. But the point I'm trying to make, if you don't have enough of these cells, what's going to happen? You're going to not have enough oxygen to get to your brain. You're not going to be able to get all the carbon dioxide out of your body, because you're not going to have enough blood cells to carry oxygen and carry carbon dioxide at the same time. Your white blood cells will not carry oxygen or retrieve the carbon dioxide and take it back to there. And this guy up here, all he does, if you get a cut, it helps you not to bleed to death. So that means, Jehovah Witnesses, You can take the plasma, white blood cells, the platelets. None of these will carry oxygen at all. It won't carry the nutrients through your body. So if you don't have enough red blood cells in your body, you will die. So do the math. You cannot drive 1 quart of oil or 1 quart and a half oil in your engine, in your car. What will happen? It will overheat, pistons will messed up, and you could burn up your engine. Your body is the same way. If you're running, exercising, if you don't have enough oxygen in your body to cool you down, you can seriously hurt yourself body-wise. People, Watchtower is making you believe taking blood is going to kill you by God, and it's not going to. These are your 3 main cells, Jehovah Witnesses. 3 main cells. White blood cells help fight infection. The bottom one, to form blood clots, control bleeding. Neither one of those can do what red blood cells can do. So by cutting your blood cells down under 2 to 3 million blood cells, you're actually going to destroy your body, because you're not going to have enough blood cells to do what it's got to do to keep you alive. Eventually, you will die because you're not having enough oxygen to your brain. You're not having enough blood cells through your body to keep your body from destroying itself. So, Jehovah Witnesses, my question is, when we came out of this religion, we found so many lies in this religion. From your literature, our literature, that we was in this religion. We found false dates. Too many Armageddons that was supposed to start. And I done many videos. Other people did many videos. We found so many lies in this thing. And I bet you didn't know there was a blood book in 1961 forbidding y'all to take blood, forbidding y'all to take fractions, blood fractions. So did God change his mind on blood fractions? And you seen the danger I showed you by not having enough blood cells. So God knows how the body works. He put the amount of cells in our body, blood cells in our body, to keep us alive. Do you think he would say no? If you was bleeding to death, you could take a human blood, just human blood, that has the same O positive, A negative, or whatever, to save your life? No, he would not want you to die. He would not want you to let your loved ones die, your children to die. The children that you love, that you gave birth to, watch them grow up. Not to die in the hands of a Watchtower, not to be on a public magazine. Ooh, these children died for their religion. They died for the Watchtower. They died for those 7 men. And a long time ago, they could have had blood fractions. They could have saved some people's lives, but still have the same problem. You can't take millions of blood cells out of your body to be okay and think you're going to live. You will die. Because without the blood cells, You cannot have enough oxygen to go throughout your body. You won't have enough oxygen and nutrients to feed your body. People, you need to wake up and realize you're not in the truth. Your history, we found, is the truth of the lies the Watchtower is lying to you. And that's the reason I'm showing this picture of the blood cells, to see this is your life inside of you, that if you take all this out of you, or parts of 2 million or 3 million, when it's supposed to be 4 million or 6 million of these little guys, you will die. So blood fraction is not going to save your life unless you take the right amount of these cells and put it in your body, and still you was better off just putting blood in. People, do the math. Do you want to live? Do you want to die? Live by Christ, by taking blood. Die with Watchtower, and you're still going to die because you're in a false religion, and when you follow these men, you're going to die with these guys. So you got 3 different deaths when you can have blood, Christ, and life. Choose your path. I did. If I bleed, I want blood. I believe in Christ. He died for me. He shed his blood. So someone else can shed their blood to save my life, and I can save their life. People, please, get out of false teachings. Get out of false religions. Get out of Jehovah's Witnesses. There's no truth. The blood is the main part of the blood, or the components of the blood. Without it, you will die. Use your common sense. If you can't use your brains, use your common sense. You cannot take 45% blood cells and break it down to 15, 25%, or 35%. You can't break it down to 25%, expect to live. Please, do the math. You're going to live by taking whole blood, or you're going to die. Choice is yours. Bye.